Are you the parent of a special education child? Well, I am, and I know what it's like to understand a lot about the law, to understand everything about my child's situation because I'm their parent. I'm the best person for that information. I know what it's like to go to an IEP meeting and understand or think I understand what my child needs and walk out of an IEP meeting flabbergasted, frustrated, overwhelmed, crying, upset, and angry because we didn't even get through half of what I needed to get through, because I wasn't being heard in the IEP meeting, because every time I suggested something that I thought would work for my child, I was shot down by the IEP team. And I was told, we don't do that here, or a million things that school districts will say. I realized I knew so much about the law, state law, federal law, and I still did not know how to get what my child needed in the IEP table. I even went to professional training with Council of Parents, Attorneys, and Advocate, and it taught me so much about being a professional advocate. And it taught me all the stuff about the law that I didn't know. Shout out to COPA. They're amazing, and if you want professional training, please go do the training there. But here's the thing. Even with all the information that I knew, I did not have a system to put that information into play when a problem arose. I was chasing the symptoms at the IEP table and not the true problem. And I was going it alone. It felt like all the other people at the IEP table against me. And I was using the wrong tactics. I was an upset, angry parent. Even when I was a calm parent, I still couldn't figure out how to advocate effectively for my child. Even as a professional advocate, I struggled with this in IEP meetings until one day, I met a lady named Rose Allen. She taught me her system, her 7-step system. And y'all, it was like a light bulb blew up over my head. She's been mentoring me for quite some time. We're both professional advocate consultants. I used her system on my child's case. And guess what? Voila! All the things that I have been trying to get done for years and years, here they go. My child now has a very, very good IEP for what she needs. There's still some improvement, but that's just how they work, right? There's always a little bit more that we could do. And I started using Rose's system with my clients. And I started seeing dramatic improvements in the children's cases. Students who were struggling, who couldn't get services, were now getting the things that they needed. And we had a plan of action to not only implement the changes and get them approved at the IEP table, but to progress monitor and go back and shift the plan when we needed. So here's the deal. I can only help one parent at a time in one-on-one coaching and consulting. Rose and I realized that we wanted to create a solution for parents that they could use time and time again, and that we could teach more than one parent at a time. So we developed the Chaos to Clarity in 3 Days challenge. It isn't the entire 7 steps just yet, because step 1 and step 2 are so very, very important. They need their own time frame. But the amount of clarity that you are going to receive after these 3 days, going over the first 2 steps of the Clarity in 7 Steps plan, is going to be transformational. I already know it is, because it worked on me and it works on my clients. It works for Rose's clients. She has decades of experience doing this. I'm the newbie on the block. Together, we have revised the system and we are bringing it to you, the parent. And I know this post is long, and if you have stuck it out with me till then, congratulations, because you're our client and we want to see you at the Chaos to Clarity in 3 Days challenge. It starts Monday. Link is in the bio, and I'll put it in the comments. If you're ready to transform the way you advocate for your child at the IEP table, this training is for you. It is not about the law. It is not about your state law. You can find that information elsewhere. This is a foolproof system to take the information that you know about the law, or what you need to learn about the law, and your child's situation, and be successful. And if that sounds like something you want, then join us.